When you do a roof for a homeowner, you probably will never see that customer again. You don't just want to do one job for that customer. You want to do multiple jobs. You want them to come back year after year after year. What's going on, guys? Stefano Narducci back here with another solo podcast for you guys. I'm gonna call this one From Roofs to Lawns, a journey of entrepreneurial evolution. So this podcast is really important to me because I'm going to dive into a little bit of a transition I've made within my business. So as you guys know, in the summer, I ran a roofing company and I've actually closed it down, and I've transitioned to opening a new service that made a lot more sense for my residential snow customers. And of course, that is grass cutting, spring cleanup, and fall cleanup, right? The normal traditional services that residential homeowners are looking for when they think of property management and property services that they need around their house, right? So to dive into this, guys, as you guys know, the name, once again, Stefano Narducci. As some of you might be watching, you know that we run a large residential snowblowing business here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, currently servicing 3,300 customers. Very, very proud to say that, but hardly satisfied whatsoever. We are just getting started. I can't even say we're just getting started. We haven't even started yet. So stay tuned, guys. Got some big ambitions, huge goals, and some big targets to mow down here in the future. And we're really going to take this residential snowblowing business to the next level. Northern style, baby. As you guys know, I put out a lot of content for the residential snowblowing service, and I absolutely love it. You know, this business model has my heart to the absolute moon and back, and I can't begin to speak so highly about how passionate I am about this business. Now, the only bottleneck is, what kind of service am I going to provide in the summer, right? Snowblowing, where we come from, obviously there's a 5.5 month contract for all of our customers. As I said, we service 3,300 of them from November 1st till April 15th. Prep starts August 1st, and I would say the season, after we take out all of our pickets and also after we do all of our spring and gravel cleanups and property damages, we're pretty much done the season by May 1st. So you're looking at about an August 1st start date to a May 1st end date. That's pretty much how long the season is to us at the company, right? We're sending out our early season sign up promos in August. So August has always been our biggest month for getting lots of revenue in the door and signing up a pile of renewal customers for our snow business. And then, you know, trickling into September, things start to pick up as well. Kids are going back to school. It starts to get a little bit cooler here in Sault Ste. Marie. Summer's over and people are starting to think about winter, right? Winters are dreadful here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. We get a lot of snow, so it's the first thing that comes to people's mind as soon as summer's done. Then October, of course, leaves are falling, things are starting to get frosty outside, and that's a big month for us as well. And then beginning in November, it's time to go to war, right? We usually have our first snowfall within the first week to second week in November, sometimes multiple snowfalls, and then that carries us all the way over till our contract end date, which is April 15th. Currently, right now, it is April 1st, 2024, and we're getting close to the season end here. Definitely no more snow in the forecast. However, I definitely have a fair share of work ahead of us here in terms of gravel cleanup and uninstalling pickets and, you know, fixing damages. These are all the things that come with the model, of course, as some of you may know. But I just wanted to dive in to give you some context to really speak about how lengthy the snow blowing season is for us and where I really needed to fulfill the gap for what we do in the summer, right? It's always been a really, really, really big issue that I never felt completely fulfilled about, you know? And that was something that was really hard for me as a business owner. I never was like confident about what we were doing in the summer. Something always felt off. It didn't feel right, you know? Snowblowing in our winter business, I felt really right about that. I felt fulfilled. It made sense to me, you know, reoccurring service that I could scale with lifetime value customers. It just, the stars aligned in that business. There was, you know, good points to scale the business. It was a high demand service in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Price points were fair. It was affordable. And it's an efficient business model. You know, it's the future of snowblowing residentially. And, as soon as I bit my teeth into that business, there was no looking back. It's just scale, scale, scale. But what am I doing in the summer, right? This is the whole topic of this podcast. YouTube video, if you're in your car listening, or you're at home listening, or maybe you're doing some office work, whatever it may be. I wanted to speak about, guys, what should I do in the summer? What should you do in the summer if you're in this business as well? What makes sense, right? So to give you guys a little bit of a background, we had a residential roofing company in the summer for the last 3 years now. And then the year before that, 2 years before that, I should say, was landscaping. So I've, obviously tested and tried a few different things in the summer. And as you guys could tell, I've closed my roofing business and I'm going into a new business model that really aligns with my residential snowblowing model, right? And that is grass cutting, of course, right? So to give you guys some background of the roofing company, it was a great business. Revenues were high. Profit margins were really low. Liability was high. Insurance was high. There was a lot of things that were great about it, and there was a lot of things that were bad about it. I could say that residential roofing is definitely a great business. Like any other business, if you put the time in, you'll definitely reap the reward of, higher profit margins, scalability, etc. However, with the short period of time that we were in the business, we definitely blew it up. We serviced a lot of happy homeowners here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. We put a lot of roofs on this city, and we had fun doing it. It was certainly a great business. I enjoyed it. It was a little bit more aggressive than grass cutting, right? So I kind of felt a little bit, all ego aside, more of a manly business to be in. However, that's besides the point. I didn't get into it because of that reason. I just was never fond about landscaping and grass cutting. I didn't really see the scale in it ever, right? And especially landscaping, when we decided to stop grass cutting, because that's how originally we started this business. When we stopped grass cutting, we moved to landscaping and hardscaping, I should say, more than anything. I was like, there's really no way of scaling this business model. There's really no way of streamlining it and being able to scale it up, right? It's, hardscaping, just like roofing, is it's a one-time service. It's kind of like a one-time product. Maybe not so much, mulching beds and maintenance and stuff like that, but most times when somebody puts a roof over their head, that's the last time you'll see that customer for probably the entire time you're in business. I mean, unless you're dealing with some property management companies or some people who own multiple properties, but I'm talking about specific homeowners. Okay. I'm not talking about people who own a bunch of real estate and property management companies and stuff like that. I'm talking about homeowners. Okay. When you do a roof for a homeowner, you probably will never see that customer again. And that was the biggest thing I didn't like about the roofing business. That didn't sit well with me. You'd see that customer one time, charge them $10,000 for a roof, lucky if you made 10 to 20% off the roof, shake their hand, and then there would be no reoccurring income or revenue from that customer ever again. And you work hard to get them, right? You work hard to have a person say yes to a $10,000 job on their roof, or $15,000 or $20,000, right? So it was very frustrating because it's not really what I'm passionate about, right? I want a customer to come on board with us, very much so like the winter, and I want to take care of that customer year after year after year after year. Guys, if you're in business, there's value in that, right? Like landscaping, you don't just want to do one job for that customer. You want to do multiple jobs. You want them to come back year after year after year. And, with hardscaping, that wasn't, possible. And with roofing, that wasn't possible either. So making the transition to cutting grass, doing property maintenance, right? Very much so like the snow, that rhymed. We could provide homeowners with something they're looking for the rest of their lives, especially with the model that we've introduced and we've really made it aligned with our snow business. So I'll dive into that shortly as we move forward here. But some of the problems I faced in the roofing company was employment was obviously very hard. And if you want to be able to find good employees in the roofing business, you got to pay them well. Okay. Roofing is one of the most difficult trades I've personally ever seen. And if you're not paying people well, then you're not going to get the right people in your business. So that was a little bit of a hard time for us in the beginning. We were getting some rougher guys, and we definitely had to wean those guys out. Employment churn was like through the roof. You're always turning guys over in that business until we, stumbled across a pretty good dynamic crew of men who were able to kind of, really take off with the business and be able to take care of it under their own belt with not always having to come back to me or my partner or, some of the other management that was in line to not know what to do within the company, right? So we had problems with employees. We had a difficult time with price point out in the marketplace. We really wanted to stick out and be that premium service, right? I wanted to really just be different from everyone else. I want to have a really nice brand. I wanted to, market it all over town and be a really nice known name for premium roofing in Sault Ste. Marie. And I would say we definitely accomplished that. We did. But, obviously that came with having a very, very difficult time selling roofs, right? So the cost to acquire customers and get a customer to say yes and have them sign the contract to do their roof it began to get harder and harder and harder. And we definitely didn't keep increasing our prices, I'll tell you that. But we did pay employees well. We had really nice equipment. We had nice trucks. We wanted to be that premium company. And it was very difficult for us. We weren't able to get any business that way. We did, but it was hard. And it led us to a couple points last year and the year before where we were just like, oh my God, we almost ran out of work, right? So what do? You price match, you bring your prices down, and then you watch the work come through. We had a great offer. Like I said, we had amazing employees working for us who really, really cared and went the extra mile as best as they could. And it just still didn't seem to work too well for us. But moral of the story, why I didn't like that business was just because it's not a reoccurring service. My heart lies in the reoccurring service model like we have with snow, and that's what I'm trying to fulfill in the summer, guys. So we, very, very quickly decided, I said enough was enough, and I wasn't taking another year with roofing. It didn't fit our snow operation. Our customers that we had for snow really had to go to other companies for grass cutting and property maintenance. So I said, you know what, we're killing this, taking a loss, sadly, and we're starting a whole new company from scratch. So guys, welcome to Northern Lawns. Of course, our residential snowblowing company is called Northern Snow. So we're up here in the north, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Shout out Canada. And yeah, we get the 4 seasons quite heavy up here, especially snow. So, leaf cleanup's a big thing around here in the fall. Spring cleanups is usually necessary with a lot of salt, sand, and debris and sticks and all the sort of stuff that, lands on the people's properties of Sault Ste. Marie over the winter. And we don't have a long grass cutting season, but there's certainly demand out there for the business, right? So guys, the biggest reason for transitioning, to let you know, is I wanted to stay in the reoccurring service model, right? Residential snowblowing was an accomplishment for that. I don't just have a customer for 1 year. I have those customers for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. As long as I decide to be in business and keep innovating and keep, providing great customer support and great service, etc. So I really see a lot of value in that, right? That there's an exponential amount of value in that. And I wanted to really just get out of the one-time service. I wanted to be in the reoccurring service model. So here we are, fulfilling that for the summer side of this business. And I'm very confident in it. I know we're going to do extremely well. We're going to be extremely successful at it because the business models align so well, right? Snowblowing in its own way is definitely a lot different than grass cutting, but they have a lot of the same fundamentals, a lot of the same culture, a lot of the same attributes, the same customers, okay? That's the biggest thing, right? I was going to market spending tens and tens of thousands of dollars looking for roofing customers when I had this gorgeous, huge list that I kept building year after year after year in the residential snow removal market. And I wasn't cross-selling them anything. Sure, we have roofing as a service and product that we can do for you. However, out of 2,000 customers a couple years ago, and the year before that having 500 customers and trying to market to them, the likelihood of out of 2,000 customers, how many roofs need to be done is maybe between 10 to 20, at most, maybe slightly more. So we were still spending tens of thousands of dollars going out there marketing to acquire these customers to be able to sell them a service / product for the roof over their head. And that just didn't make no sense to me. I spend hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars marketing over the last few years to be able to build up and acquire this massive customer list that we've built now in Sault Ste. Marie for the residential snowblowing model. And come springtime, I was just telling them goodbye, see you next fall. Shame on me, Really, I just can't believe I didn't see that through from earlier on. Those customers were just pretty much left out to dry for the last 3 years, and all we had to sell them was a roofing service. Well, they were looking for much more. They're obviously looking for landscaping. That's a little bit more niche. I would definitely put it outside the reoccurring service model. I want something that's frequent and consistent, like selling insurance or, selling some sort of service like Wi-Fi or internet. I want it to be something that you could rely on that is going to be delivered month after month after month, and you pay the same way, just like that, right? That's what I was looking to accomplish, just like the snow. You pay your flat rate, or you could pay monthly from November 1st to April 15th. You just wipe your head clear of being able to take care of your snow. You let us take care of it. You pay your flat rate, or you could, disperse it over monthly if that's what you prefer. And that peace of mind has been established in your head. You don't need to worry about the snow. You don't need to worry about if there's a 4-foot bank outside of your driveway when the grader goes by. Everything snow has completely left your mind because we're going to take care of that for you. So that's what we needed to sell in the summer. That's what I have been working on over the winter, and that's what we're rolling out right now. So to really pair these business models together for you guys, we're marketing the same customer base, and obviously marketing costs go extremely down because all the customers are already acquired to the snow business. So it's a simple crossover sell to those customers, right? It's essentially a no-brainer. We've been doing some warm outreach, so phone calls to let all of our customers know about the new service we offer. We've been doing some light meta ads, some Google ads to boost up the SEO on our new website, of course. And then we also been working on doing a little bit of mailing, but pretty much have stayed within, I would say, about the $20,000 budget for marketing. That's amazing. I think last year for roofing, I probably spent between 40 and 50,000. For this past winter that just passed, I probably spent about, I'd say, between 60 and 80,000. So as you guys know, I'm a marketing beast. I absolutely love it. Definitely not tooting my own horn. I have a lot to learn, and I'm definitely still a rookie in this. That's hence why I've probably overspent in a few different scenarios, but I definitely think that without the power of marketing, we wouldn't have been able to scale from 175 customers to 3,300 customers in under 4 years, right? So the power of marketing does work, guys, as long as you have a really good, compelling offer and good looking brand, of course. If you don't have a good looking brand, it's going to be very, very hard for you to accomplish successful marketing for sure. But back to what I was saying, the business models are certainly aligned, very much so alike in terms of we use the same software, which is really, really important. Not only do we use the same software, we also keep the same employees. We have the same customer we cross-sell over to, like I said. So we're not going to spend all this money hunting those customers down. We already got them. Like I said, we've spent the hundreds thousands of dollars trying to get these customers. We have them. We got them through the snow business. So we're able to hold on tight with them and cross over our service to them in the summer, which is a no-brainer. Like I said, I'm repeating the statement because it just blows my mind how I was missing the big picture. I just seen it so brightly from the snow business model. And I think my ignorance level was just too high to say that grass cutting was something that I was proud about. But as I dug deeper, into my head and thoughts, I'm like, I don't care if I'm not so passionate about the grass cutting business. I'm passionate about the model and everything to do with the model, to be that one-stop shop for futuristic residential property maintenance services. And what I'm going to really niche down to is just grass cutting and snow blowing. Sure, we'll add the spring and fall cleanup in the mix because it only makes sense to have a nice clean lawn that you're cutting the grass on. We also do a lot of property maintenance already because we have a lot of gravel customers and we kind of end up blowing some debris on their lawns over the winter. So it's essentially a no-brainer. But it really screwed me up when I thought about this and decided to move forward with the grass cutting business. And I knew deep in my heart, sure, I'm not over the moon passionate about it, but it just makes so much sense, It's the same customer base, spending money with the same business, staying with one company all year round. So then it came down to, how am I going to be able to accomplish selling this service and making it so seamless like my snow company? And I boiled that down to having a monthly payment option for all my customers, contracts, just like the snow. Like I said, I want it to be identical, guys. May 1st till October 15th, you get your grass cut weekly or bi-weekly. So you get to choose. It's totally up to you. Payment in full is an option. However, we push for the monthly payment. I want it to be like insurance. I want it to be like a subscription. That's how I want to sell this service. You pay your flat rate per month and you don't worry about snow. You don't worry about fall cleanup. You don't worry about spring cleanup, and you don't worry about your grass. That's what I'm really going to try and transition this business into. And if there's a lot of people that aren't interested in the grass cutting service, that's completely fine. I already know it's not going to even be close to as big of a business as a snow company is, just because the demand's not there, right? So you have all the time in the world to cut your grass and maintain your property. However, when you have a family of 4 and maybe you're a single mother or you're in your elderly and you got to get out of your driveway, you need that snow done. Where grass could always wait. You could always pay a young lad down the street. But besides the point, I'm going off on all these different tangents just because I'm so excited about rolling this company out. We decided to stick to the weekly or bi-weekly option that customers could choose. We want to really push the whole monthly payment idea on everyone. That's how we have most people paying. We don't even really want the upfront for the contract. If somebody's contract's $1,000 plus HST, honestly, I'd rather just put them on the monthly cycle. Once you sign the contract with us, you're locked in for the term of the contract. So in this case, May 1st, October 15th is 5.5 months. It's a commitment, right? You're committing to essentially sign the contract and sign up with us to maintain your property all spring, summer, and fall, and pay your monthly premium, and that's it, right? We do take payment in full, of course. However, I just like the idea of pitching the monthly payment option to everybody. It's just so simultaneously coming out of their account and they just don't even think twice. Like I said, subscription, guys, insurance, that payment gets withdrawn every month and that you're covered if you get in an accident, just like you pay that premium every single month for our snow blowing or grass cutting service, and you don't need to worry. It's taken care of. You could just go like this. As soon as you sign up with us, kick your feet up, relax, enjoy your summer, enjoy your winters, and know that your property is taken care of. That's what I'm really trying to accomplish. The perks, same customer base, lifetime value, guys, lifetime value. I'm learning this, and I've learned this for the last couple of years. Like, you can't just look at one customer who spends $2,000 with you for 1 year. You got to look at that on a 10-year time horizon. That's $20,000 that customer's worth, which really brings me to why I'm so customer support oriented and why we push it so strongly within our work environment. Support and service is everything. Without a great service and without a great brand, we would be nothing, and we really strive for that. So this new Northern Lawns grass cutting service is really the full solution to property maintenance for everybody. And why I'm trying to make it different is, pushing the monthly model, pushing the frequent service, so you have the peace of mind that it's going to get done. You're on the scheduled weekly or bi-weekly program. And then, to kind of transition that into how it works for snow is obviously we just go when it snows and we go frequently and we're very quick. However, it's the same idea in terms of contract. You pay for that 5.5 month contract for snow. You pay for that 5.5 month contract for grass cutting. And you're covered. That's how I want this dream outcome to be for our business model and our service in customers' minds. It's just pay the flat rate and just carry on. You got other big things to worry about. Maybe you want to spend more time working, more time with your family, hobbies, doing other things you enjoy. We could take care of the maintenance around your property for an extremely fair price, and you just pay the monthly premium. Carry on enjoying your life. Pay it like you would your insurance, pay it like you would for your Wi-Fi, telephone bill, etc. Right? Have that peace of mind to know that the service is taken care of for you, and you don't need to stress about it, right? So I think we're really going to be able to do well with this. I'm confident that we're going to be able to do well with this. Like I could, basically guarantee you. But I know it will be a tougher start as every new business is. I don't want to say that this is a new business, guys. I want to make that really established through listening or watching this pod. This isn't a new business. This is a new service. Okay, this is under the Northern hood. And it's snow and grass cutting, guys. That's what we take care of, right? So I don't want to be like, oh, we opened a new business, because opening a new business in my mind would be looking for different employees. We're using the same employees, like I said, same operators and, same managers, same CSRs in the office, same owners. Like it's not a whole new business. It's a new service, okay? The equipment's a little bit different, sure. But the brands are very much so alike. They're twin companies. Logos might be different. Colors might be different. But it's that same brand feel, right? And it's the same customers. It's the same goddamn customers, which is so important to me. I can't express to you how much I love and value every single one of our customers. And it breaks my heart that I let them go for so many years come springtime and said, hey, we'll see you next winter. Breaks my heart that I did that and didn't see the bigger picture of what I'm trying to accomplish right now, which is offering the full 12-month solution, right? But anyways, that was the past. This is now. And I'm happy I learned that in so short time. And I didn't try to keep, beating the shit out of something that was dead, which was the roofing business. It just didn't make sense for what we were trying to accomplish, right? So very, very happy and just grateful that I was able to just see that through at such a young age and so early in the business. But to say the least, guys, I'm sure after repeating myself a couple different times and giving you context in a few different ways, you know what we're trying to accomplish. Let me know if it makes any sense to you. Let me know if you think we are making the wrong decision or the right decision. To me, it seems like a no-brainer, and it just seems like missed opportunity if we weren't providing this service, right? So despite our winters being long, 8 months, and our summers only being 4 months, it makes a lot of sense regardless to me. Whether it's a high profit business or it's not, it's something to keep salaried employees busy over the summer, management busy, keep operators from the winter and give them full-time work for spring, summer, and fall work. Keep the same customer base happy, and just keep the brand alive 12 months of the year. So this feels really right to me, guys. I'm putting my heart into this. I'm telling you guys just the truth about how I feel and what my objective is. And, I'm not saying I know I'm right. I'm still new to business, right? This is going on my 5th year in the game, and I'm testing and I'm trying. And I could say I'm not scared to fail. I'm not scared to retry and start all over again. This would be now the third company: closed landscaping, closed roofing, now moving on to lawns. Snow, I'm going to say I was extremely lucky with. I found a model that just worked, it clicked, and I never looked back, and I scaled it to the moon. And I think now I have it down pat with this new service we're introducing under the Northern Family hood. I think that this is what we're really going to try and build into a strong company that we could scale. This will be our summer model, and I'm definitely confident about it. I'm just so excited. So anyways, guys, sorry for the tangent and a little bit of misleading left and right. Like I said, I get excited. This has been amazing that I was able to speak about this with all you guys and kind of share some of my thoughts and ideas and why I'm choosing to close my roofing company down and go into this new summer company business. So please, if you have any questions, if you think I'm making the wrong choice, I'm just curious to hear. I love feedback, good or bad. I don't care. It all means the world to me. So if you're going to take the time to comment, if it's bad or good, I'll take it. So I appreciate it. I want to say again, thank you all so much for being so supportive. The channels are growing faster than ever, and I got a big plan in mind for this business model, and I hope that I could share the entire journey with you guys. Actually, I don't hope, I promise that I will. I'm going to continue ranking this business model up, guys, and continue to keep scaling this. And there's going to be some hard times ahead, and there's going to be a lot of good times ahead. And I really want to just share that all with you. So once again, thank you. I'm grateful for all of you listening and watching right now. Stefano Narducci out. I love you guys all so much. Please like this video, subscribe, share it to a friend, leave a comment. Anything at all would mean the world to me. I will catch you on the next one. Love all you guys. Peace.